In Hebron, I'm privileged to work with one of the people who is actually responsible for the fact that we're in Hebron today. He's been there for the last 25 years. He's responsible for the fact that the Avraham Avinu Shul, which some of you have visited, today exists because he fought to be able to uncover that ancient synagogue that had been buried in rubble and in dust since the 1950s and was rebuilt today. Today is the director of the Jewish community of Hebron, and I'd very much like you to welcome Mr. Noam Arnon.
Good evening. My friends, I want to thank those who organized this wonderful evening. I don't remember all the names, but I want to see everybody of you, those people who made this evening possible. We are now facing a challenge and a period that we have to prove our faithfulness to our mission, to our holy mission, to build the Jewish community of Hebron. We all know most of the city was delivered to PLO a year ago. We are now living in a small part of the city. But those people who thought that the Jewish community of Hebron will fall down, will disappear, and Hebron will be Judenrein, those people, Baruch Hashem, were mistaken. And those Arabs who dreamt about pogrom in Hebron, and they will succeed in finishing the Jewish problem in Hebron, Baruch Hashem, they were mistaken. And we are there. And this is one of the most significant facts in the modern political history of the State of Israel, that there is a Jewish community in Hebron, and 50 Jewish families live in Hebron, and you have all seen them, and this is the fact. And this is why the whole city of Hebron was not given to PLO like all the other cities, like Shechem, like Bethlehem, like every other place, like Yericho. Because this is a fact. And this is a miracle. Because how could you imagine those ruins of the Jewish quarter of Hebron? How could they rebuild again? How could they come? It's like Tchias HaMeisim. It's like the miracle of the Jewish people rising again from the Holocaust, from the ashes of the Holocaust. And we are all survivors of Holocaust. And we are all survivors of the Holocaust of Hebron, of the pogrom in 1929. And we could not imagine how difficult it's going to be, how many efforts we'll have to put there, how many tears, how many blood we shall have to put in Hebron. But now, Baruch Hashem, after all those years, after 30 years from the liberation of Hebron, there is a fact. 50 Jewish families. It's a very small community. But this is the only community that lives in so-called an Arab city that was liberated in the last generation. This is the only place. And this is thanks to all my friends and to all the families and to all the brave people who fought in Hebron, who put their efforts and made it possible for us, for all the Jewish people in the world, to be there, to come to visit, and to come to pray, to daven in Me'arat HaMachpelah. And I know many of you who have been in Hebron with me or with David or with other people, with Judy, that came to Hebron and saw it in their own eyes, and saw this wonderful building over Me'arat HaMachpelah that was built 2,000 years ago. And now Jews can come and be there and visit and pray there and say Tehillim there. It's only because there is a Jewish community in Hebron. And in the page of the history is written today, in this generation. History is being written every day. What's happening? In the history of this generation, it will be written that the Jewish people did not betray his fathers and mothers, did not betray his homeland and the Jewish people, honors its past for the future, honor their fathers and mothers for the future, for the sons and daughters. And this is because of you, because of all the people who support Hebron, who understand the idea that we are, our identity, our nationhood, our history, our past and our future is coming out from the land of Hebron, from the holy land of this city. And today I was sent here by our community, by my friends in Hebron, because today, after so many years, we have the permission to build a Jewish home in Hebron. It looks so simple. To build a home, it's very simple here in New York. But it's not simple in Hebron. We did not have the permission to build there until some 2 months ago that we have got the permission to build a Jewish home in Hebron. And this home will be called Beit Nachum veYehuda, in the memory of two of our beloved friends, Nachum Hos, Hashem Yikom Damo, and Yehuda Partush, Hashem Yikom Damo, two friends that we lost in the battle for Eretz Israel, the battle for Hebron. They were killed by Arab terrorists some 2.5 years ago. Nachum Hos, my dear friend, he lived in the Jewish quarter of Hebron in Avraham Avinu neighborhood. He was married, but unfortunately, he didn't have children. Yehuda Partush, Hashem Yikom Damo, was living in Kiryat Arba. He was married, he had children, and he returned to his home after signing a contract to buy his home in Kiryat Arba. And they both were killed by our terrorists shooting an Egged bus in the way to Hebron. Now we built this house in the middle of the Jewish quarter of Hebron, bearing the names of these two dear friends that we lost. And this is the challenge. This house will have 6 apartments for 6 new Jewish families. It sounds very little, but for Hebron it's very much. Because we are now a community, about some 50 families. All the world you could hear in the media, you could see in the television. All the world could speak about these 400 settlers in Hebron. Why this community is so small? Not because people do not want to come to live in Hebron, because they do want to come to live in Hebron. Many, dozens of families want to come to live with us in Hebron, but we have no houses, we have no homes to absorb them. So now we have the chance to build, and this is the challenge. We have got the permission at last, after efforts of many years, to build in Hebron, and I was sent here to go back to my friends in Hebron and to tell them we are going to build. We have the capability, we have the money to build, we have good friends, good Yehudim in New York that will support this building, that will stand side by side with us in this challenge to build the Jewish community of Hebron. And I hope, thank you very much. I hope, my dear friends, I will go home, Imir Hashem, successfully, thanks to you, thanks to all the people who organized this evening, who worked so hard for this evening, and I will return knowing and having the feeling that we are all together, Am Yisrael Echad, Umi Ke'amcha Yisrael, Goy Echad Ba'aretz. When we are standing Ba'aretz, we are standing for Eretz Yisrael, we are Goy Echad, we are Am Echad Ba'aretz, united, all of us together. Thank you very, very much. I want to thank, first of all, to our dear friend that made this wonderful evening possible, and Emir Hashem will together raise this building together. Thank you very much. Thank you.